The frenetic pace of Metro Manila is a stark contrast to the province of Palawan, an island located just southwest of Luzon. Many people call Palawan the Philippines' final frontier. It's still largely undeveloped. The province highlands are peppered with rainforests and a large mountain range ringed with stunning landscape of beaches and coves. Puerto Princesa is Palawan's largest city, the provincial capital, and the center of the region's commercial hub. The rain-drenched day doesn't dampen my enthusiasm to explore this small city. And as a market junkie, it's the first place I want to check out. Jungle markets spring up anywhere there's a place to park a few trucks and, well, a little bit of commerce goes a long way towards making a village a town. Every day, the aisles in this market swell to near capacity as locals and visitors from the far ends of the island converge to stock up on supplies, grab something to eat, and catch up with friends. Hot chilies, okra, squash, jackfruit, eggplants, papayas, bananas, potatoes, unbelievable. One of the local specialties, mud crabs. Sprightly little fellows, aren't they? And good eating, very, very sweet. Street food vendors also peddle all kinds of sweet and savory snacks in this market. What vendors serve varies from day to day. One of the most popular snacks in the Philippines, especially in this part of the world, are the banana cues, which essentially are bananas that are rolled in brown sugar and deep fried. I'm going to take 4 of these little bad boys. That crunch is the caramelized sugar crust around the ripe bananas, tree-ripened bananas, not the kind seen on the shelf in the grocery store. This is like Bananas Foster without the snooty waiter and the big copper flambe pan. Just across from the banana cue stand, there's a vendor serving another unique Filipino specialty on a stick. Those are chicken intestines threaded onto a stick, deep fried, and then you walk up to the stand after you've bought them and you get your choice of sauces, sour, spicy, or sweet, kind of like a street fondue. While fried chicken intestines may sound unappetizing to some, remember that here, almost every part of the animal is eaten. So in this market, there are hundreds of vendors, all of whom are selling raw pig, from chops to ham steaks, to bacon, to legs, to livers, to the luxury cuts. And the most important thing here is that even some of the skin can be boiled and rendered for its fat, which is then used in cooking. The tuna is treated much the same way a cow or a pig are here in Palawan. They eat absolutely every part of it. Now, you can cut a tuna steak, and you can see several of them here. You get some tail sections for braising. Here you have the tuna collars, which are a very popular dish to marinate and to grill. That is completely impressive. Shopping always makes me hungry, and all that tuna sounds like dinner to me. I heard of a place up the road called Kinabuch that serves up some traditional Filipino specialties using many of the foods from the market. I'm welcomed here by my host, Butch Chase, a former athlete turned restaurateur.
Motorcycles.
Is that you?
Yeah, this one here.
He treats me to a couple of local specialties, starting with 2 types of seaweed.
This one, it's like a caviar.
Oh, I love that. I'll tell you something.
We call it a local caviar. Crunchy.
It's nice, sweet, salty, completely different flavor. Oh. Vinegar with chilies, dynamite. Our feast continues with mussels on the half shell, grilled tuna belly, and these.
These must be some kind of snail or...
Yeah, it's a snail, no? And cooked with coconut milk.
This is really good. You knew that already, didn't you? I'm amazed. I've eaten dozens of species of snails all around the world, and these taste most like teeny little sweet clams, like little manila clams. Spectacular.
For the final course, the tuna collars that I saw earlier in the market.
This is the best meat on the fish, some people say, is the cheeks and the collars. It's got a lot of fat content in it, and it grills up perfectly. You know, once it's off that big honkin' bone, it looks like any other bite of fish, but let me tell you something. If you imagine a chicken breast, how flat tasting that is, and then a whole roast chicken that cooks on the bone, how rich and moist and fabulous that tastes, how intensely chickeny, it's the same thing with the tuna. Oh, tastes so much better with that much bone. Wow. There's nothing like being in a country, sitting down and having dinner, and the fish on the table has been out of the water a matter of hours as opposed to a number of days. That's local cuisine at its finest.
Up next, I'm checking out what this island is famous for, its beautiful beaches. And it's also where some of the best eating can often be found just hanging out in the trees.